Hello students, I welcome you all for today's session. Today we are going to continue chapter 4, algorithmic strategies. So last class we have discussed about introduction of algorithmic strategies, which is included in the part of what is mean by algorithm. We also discussed the characteristics. Mainly we have discussed the search option and sorting option, insert, delete, update option in algorithmic strategies. So let us continue the next part in this lesson. Analysis of algorithm. This is very important topic. Here, what is the main analysis we are going to see in algorithm? Here they have mentioned about utilization of time and space complexity. For example, if any problem or any job or any kind of methods of solving a problem need some time, how much of time taken to complete a particular problem? So time is very important to complete one of the task or job. And space means how much of a particular problem is used to store in a computer memory. These two is very important in the concept of analysis of an algorithm. What is the main aim or main efficiency of an algorithm? It is defined by utilization of time and space complexity. Analysis of an algorithm usually deals with running and execution time of various operations involved. Running time means execution of a particular program, that is output of a program, which is called as running time of an operation. So how a particular program can be run, how many times it can be executed. First time itself I got the answer, or number of times I will be executed for a particular problem. So running time is also very important. So running time is also taken more number of iterations or more number of time taken to complete the result. So running time is also involved in this analysis of an algorithm. This is also divided by two different phases. The first one, period estimates and posterior testing. This priori estimates is nothing but theoretical performance. That is algorithmic performance. இப்போ ஒரு ப்ரோக்ராம் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு முன்னாடி கம்ப்யூட்டரில் போய் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஜஸ்ட் we can return in the form of algorithm. அதுதான் என்னன்னு சொல்லணும்னா பீரியாடிக் எஸ்டிமேட்ஸ்னு சொல்கிறோம். So this is the theoretical performance analysis of an algorithm. Efficiency of an algorithm is measured by assuming the external factors. Just we imagine this particular problem will be having this much of memory to store in a main memory in a computer. இவ்வளோ குறிப்பிட்ட மெமரி தான் கம்ப்யூட்டரில் ஸ்டோர் ஆகும் அப்படின்ட்டு நம்மளே அசியூம் பண்ணிக்க சொல்கிறாங்க. அண்ட் நம்பர் ஆஃப் திஸ் பர்டிகுலர் ப்ராப்ளம் வில் பி run a limited number of time. That is also we before solving the program in a computer. Then posterior testing means performance measurement. After analysis, assuming analysis of algorithm, we are entering to the performance which could be done by a computer. For testing the particular program in a computer with the help of some software or with the help of any computer programming language. This is called performing measurement. In this analysis, actually, statistics like running time and required for the algorithm execution are collected. So posterior means after testing the program, how much complexity will taken. That is how much of time taken to complete a particular program. And also how much of memory it can be stored or utilized in a main memory. Here do you know part is given. An estimation of time and space complexities of an algorithm. This will be happens by using Input sizes, very important point. Input sizes means some input variable may be integer part or floating point or character point. So the size will be vary according to the data type. அதுதான் இங்க சொல்றாங்க. So which is called that is also called as an algorithmic analysis. So input sizes is also very important, which capable of storing the values with the help of data type like integer, float or character. What are the two phases of an analysis of algorithm? Periodic estimates and posterior testing. The next topic is complexity of an algorithm. Let's see what example is given. Suppose A is an algorithm and N is a size of an input data. Time and space used by an algorithm. நம்ம ஏற்கனவே காம்ப்ளெக்சிட்டியில் என்ன பார்த்தோன்னா time and space is very important to measure a particular algorithm of a problem. So here algorithm is considered as a A and size of input N வந்து size of an input data. So A are two main factors. What are the two main factors? One is time factor, another one is space factor, which is considered as a complexity. Complexity நாலே ரெண்டு தான். ஒன்று time, இன்னொன்று space stored by the computer. So what is time factor? Already I told you. Time is measured by counting number of keys operation, like comparison in sorting an algorithm. So how many number of times we are executed a problem, that is getting an output of a particular problem, which is the time factor. Running time is also considered in a complexity. Space factor. Space is measured by maximum memory space required by an algorithm. ஒவ்வொரு ப்ராப்ளம்க்கும் எவ்வளோ நம்ம மெமரி ஸ்பேஸ் வந்து ஆக்குப்பை பண்ண போகிறது அதுதான் நம்ம வந்து பீரியடாகவும் நம்ம அதை அனாலிசிஸ் பண்ணிக்கணும். பிஃபோர் கோயிங் டு என்டர் அ ப்ரோக்ராம் இன் அ கம்ப்யூட்டர் ப்ரீ அனாலிசிஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டண்ட். ஸோ அதுதான் நம்ம டூ டைப்ஸ் நம்ம பார்த்தோம், ப்ரீ எஸ்டிமேட்ஸ் அண்ட் போஸ்டீரியர் டெஸ்டிங். டூ டைப்ஸ் நம்ம பார்த்தோம். ஸோ காம்ப்ளெக்சிட்டி இஸ் நத்திங் பட் ஒன் இஸ் டைம் ஃபேக்டர், another one is space factor. Time factor is nothing but how much of comparison we are going to execute a particular problem, அதாவது சால்வ் பண்ண போகிறோம், எவ்வளோ டைம் எடுத்துக்கு போகுது. ஸ்பேஸ் number of maximum memory space occupied by an algorithm. இது எப்படி எழுதுறாங்க algorithmic formula பார்த்தீங்கன்னா complexity of algorithm taken as f of n, which means running time or the storage space required by an algorithm in terms of n. Here n as the size of an input data, number of times in அர்த்தம். So how much of time the particular problem will be run during the execution of a program. The next one is time complexity. Let's see what given explanation here. The time complexity of an algorithm is given by number of steps taken by an algorithm to complete the process, not first time itself to get an output, number of times executed a particular algorithm. Then only the time will be taken more to complete. That is why it is called as time complexity. The next one is space complexity. Space complexity of an algorithm is the amount of memory required to run to the completion of a particular program. How much of time taken to complete the running time of an program. The space required by an algorithm is equal to sum of following two components. Let's see one example. How much of time taken for completing a sum of two components or a sum of two numbers. I have considered one example, addition of two numbers, that is sum of two numbers. For example, minimum how much of variables we require to complete the program? A variable, B variable, C variable. There are three variables are there. A and B are input variable. C is the output variable. So maximum three variables need to complete the to write the program for addition of two numbers or sum of two numbers. In this algorithm having divided into two parts. One is fixed part, another one is variable part. Fixed part means it is a total space required to store certain data and variables for an algorithm. In that previous example, we have a simple variables. Not only variables, that variables hold some data or values called as constants. Suppose variable A is integer type, B is floating point, C is also floating point. Two input variables I said, one is A, another one is B. A may be an integer, B may be a floating point. Final output will also be in the part of floating point values. Appo, how much of memory space it can be occupied? That is the fixed part. So fixed part is very important because the variable used to store values in a memory with the help of data types. For integer means it occupies 2 bytes. Float means 4 bytes. அப்போ floating க்கு நம்ம ரெண்டு variable கொடுத்திருக்கோம். அப்போ B க்கு ஒரு 4 bytes, C is also 4 bytes. அப்போ floating point க்கு மட்டுமே total I have 8 bytes. For whole program to store in a memory. So totally here floating point 8, integer 2 bytes. So totally it will take 10 bytes to store the value in a memory for this particular algorithm or for this particular problem. So sum of two numbers or additions of two numbers. So this is the fixed part. I know I already declared in a program itself integer as well as floating point. I know before running the program itself I declared 10 bytes to occupy the algorithmic value in a memory. So this is an example of fixed part. Another type is variable part. In space complexity, we have taken another part called as variable. Here, there is no any fixed variables declared in a program. Instead of declaring variables, during the runtime of program only, the values can be stored in a memory. Best example is recursion type of problem. In recursion type of problem, we never declared a variable in the main part itself, main function itself. So it is defined as the total space required by the variables which sizes is depend on the problem during the runtime or iteration. An example kuduthirukanga, recursion type of problem. Factorial of a given number. 1 factorial or 2 factorial or 3 factorial. So suppose 5 factorial means 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. We can have 120 value. So recursion means it going on processing the particular program. Suppose I am having a factorial called as 20 factorial. For 1 into 2 into up to 20 times it will be going on in iteration. So I am not able to the stage of fixing a variable in the main function itself. It is very difficult. So this is another separate part. So it is also called as variable part. Then next we are going to see efficiency of an algorithm. The best point in this efficiency of an algorithm said for maximum efficiency of an algorithm which minimize resource usage. This is very important. என்ன முக்கியமான efficiency சொல்றாங்கன்னா less number of time, less resource usage. அதாவது அல்காரிதம் வந்து பக்கம் பக்கமாக எழுதாமல் according to the program we minimize the algorithm. அப்போ அல்காரிதமை நம்ம மினிமைஸ் பண்ணினோன்னா எது மினிமைஸ் ஆகும்? டைம் as well as space. Time will be reduced as well as space also reduced. இப்போ நம்ம டைமையும் ஸ்பேஸையும் கம்மியாக யூஸ் பண்ணினோம் அப்படின்னாக்கா தான் அது என்ன சொல்கிறாங்க? எஃபிஷியன்சி ஆஃப் அன் அல்காரிதம். So what is the maximum efficiency? We can use minimize resource with less time of executing the program as well as to store less space. So this is a efficiency of an algorithm. Let's see the steps how it will be determine the efficiency. So time efficiency of an algorithm is measured by different factors. For example, write a program to define an algorithm. ஒரு program எழுதி அதை define பண்ணும். Then you can execute it in different languages. Maybe C or Python programming language used to execute it. And measure the total time taken to run. How much of time taken to complete the particular program. அது இங்க சொல்றாங்க. Then number of factors also involved in this. Let's see what are they. Speed of the machine. Not only running time we can consider. Machine speed is also very important. It consider about the RAM capacity of a machine or the computer. Then compiler and other system software tools. The compiler means it will take input data processing, then it will check error, debugging the errors. Finally, it will produce some output with the use of some software, C software or Python software. That is also considered here. Then type of operating system, maybe Linux or Windows based or a Mac OS like that. Then programming language, C, C++, Java like that. Volume of data is also required. Number of data, input data, what type of input you are going to given for a program. So volume of data is also required. However, to determine the efficiency algorithm is mainly to solve the given problem. Then in do you know part, the way of designing an algorithm is called as algorithmic strategies. Very important point. எப்படி நம்ம algorithm design பண்றோமோ அந்த techniquesக்கு பேரு algorithmic strategies. And another important note, the best algorithm to solve a given problem is one that requires less memory space. அதுதான் நம்ம காம்ப்ளெக்சிட்டின்னு சொன்னோம். Efficiency of an algorithmனு சொன்னோம். So less space in memory, requires less space in memory and takes less time to execute the instruction to generate the output. Less time எடுத்துக்கணும், less memory space எடுத்துக்கணும். அப்பதான் அது particular algorithmic will be very efficiency. Then we are going to see asymptotic notations. There are three types are there for complexity of a program. So complexity mainly is considered as a time as well as space. அதுதான் நம்ம பார்த்தோம். அப்போ இதில் 3 types என்னென்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா Big O model. Big O means very worst case of an algorithm. It is not properly developed program. So which is called as Big O. அது Big O என்ன எடுத்துக்கணும்னா worst case. Number of times execute பண்ணியும் answer வராது. Which is called as Big O. அடுத்தது Big Omega. It is a reverse model of Big O. First caseல எனக்கு output கிடைச்சிரும். Which is called as Big Omega. Big Omega is a reverse model of Big O. Big O is the worst case which is in upper bound. இப்போ நம்ம கொடுத்த வேல்யூலேருந்து number of times அது வந்து execute பண்ணியிருக்கோம். So Big Omega is a lower bound. அதாவது first timeலே நமக்கு best answer கிடைச்சிருக்கும். So which is called as best case. Big Omega is a best case. Big O is a worst case. Next one is Big Theta. Lower bound as well as equal to upper bound. ரெண்டுமே சேமாக இருக்கும். Worst case as well as best case. Number of times run or number of spaces, number of times நம்ம அதை execute பண்ணாலும் ஒரே answer தான் வரும். So which is called as Big Theta. Equal. For example, algorithm complexity is n log n. Theta means best case. Best caseலையும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா n log n தான் இருக்கும். Worst caseலையும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா n log n. ஸோ பிக் ஓன்னு சொல்கிறோம் இல்லையா, அதுலேயும் நம்ம அதுக்கு ஃபைனல் அவுட்புட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா n log n. பெஸ்ட் கேஸ்லேயும் பிக் ஒமேகாலையும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா n log n. இது ரெண்டுமே ஈக்குவலாக இருக்கும். worst கேஸ்லேயும் பெஸ்ட் கேஸ்லையும் ஈக்குவலாக இருந்ததுன்னா அதுக்கு பேர் டீட்டா, பிக் டீட்டா அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. இதுலேயும் ஆன்சர் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா n log n அப்படி தான் சொல்கிறாங்க. விச் மீன்ஸ் ரன்னிங் டைம் ஆஃப் an algorithm falls n log n in both the cases of best case as well as worst case. So which is called as big theta. So best, worst, average case oda efficiency எப்படி இருக்குன்னு பார்க்கலாம். See here, in best case, first the element matches the list. The key element should be searched in the list of elements. Efficiency in the case would be expressed big O of 1. Only one comparison is enough to find out the answer. இப்போ இங்கே big O of nன்றது first searchல எனக்கு output கிடைக்கிறது, which is called as best case. அப்போ best caseன்னு வரும்போது எனக்கு memory space is also less number of timeல எனக்கு output கிடைச்சிருச்சு. So which is called as best case. So big O of n means a best case output. Similarly, worst caseல என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா, you would be fined to complete the entire list searched, but till the end I am not able to find out the answer, which is called as big O of n, which is known as worst case. நம்பர் ஆஃப் டைம்ஸ் நான் சர்ச் பண்ணியும் எனக்கு கம்பேரிசன் சரியாக அமையலை, இல்லை கிடைக்கவே இல்லை அப்படின்னு சொன்னாக்கா which is called as big O of n, which is called as worst case. What is the average efficiency? ரெண்டுமே ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்கும். So here it is given minimum number of comparison equal to 1. இப்போ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கம்பேரிசனில் எனக்கு அவுட்புட் கிடச்சிருச்சுன்னா அது மினிமம் கம்பேரிசன் சொல்கிறாங்க. மேக்ஸிமம் கம்பேரிசன் மீன்ஸ் n, நம்பர் ஆஃப் டைம்ஸ் நான் சர்ச் பண்ணி நம்பர் ஆஃப் டைம்ஸ் நான் எக்ஸிக்யூட் பண்ணி ஆன்சர் கிடைக்கலனா which is called as worst case. Suppose if the element not found a maximum number of comparison equal to n, எவ்வளோ கம்பேரிசன் தேடியும் கிடைக்கலனா it taken as n. ஆவரேஜ் நம்பர் கம்பேரிசன் எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது? n plus 1 divided by 2, அதாவது நம்பர் ஆஃப் கம்பேரிசன் plus best case comparison divided by 2, which is called as, this is an formula for average efficiency or average number of comparison. Best case na O of 1, worst case means O of n, average case means number of comparison plus, that is worst case plus best case divided by 2, which is considered as an average number of comparison. The next topic is algorithmic for searching technique. We already discussed about in previous session. Once again we can see this. So linear search is also called as sequential search. One by one it will be check the value in the list or an array. Let's see the pseudocode. Traverse the array using a for loop. ஏதாவது ஒரு loop while or for loop வச்சு we can able to travel the loop one by one iteration to compare or to get a target value. Target value கிடைக்கிற வரைக்கும் we are going to search by using a for loop or while loop. If the match is got, the index value will be displayed. எனக்கு அந்த நான் தேடுற வேல்யூ கிடைச்சிருச்சுன்னா அந்த இண்டெக்ஸ் வேல்யூ அது அவுட்புட்டாக டிஸ்பிளே பண்ணும். Not matched means it will go for the next element array. இல்லை எதுவுமே இல்லை ஃபுல்லாகவே ஃபவுண்ட் அவுட் பண்ணியாச்சு, there is no match means error will be found or output is not shown. Here one example is given. I am going to search the number 25 in an array by using a linear search. Let's see the example. In this example, values are given in an array. So the values may be 10, 12, 20, 25, 30. This is the data or value. See the index value, it is always in array or list means it is always started with the 0 onwards. First element, second element, third, 4 and 5. So totally 5 elements are there. So the values of an array is given like that. இப்போ இங்கே இந்த எக்ஸாம்பிள் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் what number I told you 25 கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். So first in linear search, first it will check the first element 0. It is not matched. By using a for loop or while loop, it move on to the next element. Second element போனாலும் இல்லை match ஆகல. So go to the third, go to the fourth element. In fourth element only it is found the value of 25. So what is the element value? The output is shown as 3 because in the fourth element represent the value is 25. Another example is also given. So value is an array name 5, 34, 65, 12, 77, 35. These are the values of a list of an array. So என்னோட டார்கெட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 77 சொல்கிறாங்க. So this is the first element, second element, third element, fourth element, fifth element. அப்போது 4ன்ற நம்பரில் தான் இண்டெக்ஸ் வேல்யூவில் தான் எனக்கு 7 ரெப்ரசன்ட் ஆயிருக்கு. ஸோ இட் வில் ஷோஸ் த அவுட்புட் as 4. Because why 4? It is started with the 0 onwards. Another one more example is given. What is the target value? 200. Go through the list. It will check one by one, but there is no target value in this array or list. So what is given in the output? -1. -1 means the output is not found in that particular array or list. Okay students, let us stop up to this linear search. In next class we can continue binary search. Students, kindly revise analysis of an algorithm to linear search. Kindly do the assignment. Thank you. Let's see in the next session. Thank you so much.